one more episode to our video collection this week. This is kind of the week in review. I'm going to review some of the things we've been thinking about this week. Hope I know we're starting a little late, but this should be an interesting video. So this week has been very interesting. We earlier today I heard that the Iranian war was over, and then now they're saying that Israel attacked Iran with 29 or 39 Tomahawk missiles. A lot is going on. I also have a very interesting post, in my opinion, about Jassara Nassara. I want to just basically review a few things about the Republic and what we learned today. I did a broadcast with the Republic. I also did a health review with Norman, and we talked about black leg shot, a black leg shot that they are giving to calves without us knowing about it. So if you're getting, just like when I was living in New York, I would go to the organic section for vegetables and fruits, and it would say on the package, we only use FDA approved pesticides, and it's labeled as organic. We just found out that most ranchers, at least on the West Coast, and I'm sure on the East Coast as well, give their calves what's called black leg shot. And this is a shot kind of like they give to newborn babies. This is a vaccine. There are 7 different parts to this vaccine. It's like, and they have boosters and everything else. And this is all for meat that is labeled as no hormones, no antibiotics, no shots ever, except when they are calves. At 45 days old, they get shot up with all these things. I mean, this is the kind of nonsense that we've had to put up with. By the way, I'm being heavily shadow banned these days. If you could pass on this video, if you know anybody that might be interested, I guess I've reached a level of disrespect, really, of disrespect by the AI forces, and they've decided to shadow ban me outrageously. And it's just, I don't even flinch to it. I broadcast. So AI, if you want to shadow ban me, you want to like not let people know that I'm on or whatever, have at it, man. The message is going to get out, whether it's by me directly or by people who are pirating my channel and my material and putting it out on their own. The material is getting out. We are coming to the end of this horrendous criminal organization that's been running the world. We are coming into liberation. We learned today from Sandy Murecki that it's not necessarily going to be a slow process. Why? Because people, especially in America, need to wake up. You guys, I mean, I'm not saying you guys, because you guys happen, if you're on this channel, you probably have a lot of information that most people haven't even thought about. But like in terms of the Republic, of reformulating the Republic, of re-inhabiting the Republic, people need to start joining. Let me just put that up on the thing. Now I figured out how to do it without it moving. People need to not only, go to this website. If you're having a problem, there's a way you can click into contact us and send us, if you're having an issue with the website, send a screenshot of what's causing you the problem, and they will get back to you, hopefully. But this is the way you should sign up. You should click the thing that says volunteer, and you should volunteer and get active in your local county organization. I'm not even getting any chats now. It's just they're shadow banning me so outrageously. This hopefully will stop soon. I'm looking forward to becoming a very successful podcaster. I think I have great material. I don't know why Joe Rogan gets millions of hits or whatever he gets, and I don't get any. But I think highly suspect it's because AI is censoring me, is blacklisted me. They will not. They decided never ever to finance me, to allow me to monetize on YouTube. This has been almost a year in the making. They're supposed to get back to you in a few weeks once you have the qualifications. I've long had the qualifications. I've been screwed by YouTube. I've been screwed by the SEC and the XRP thing. I've been screwed by the Department of Education. And I don't care anymore. My information will get to whoever it gets to. So AI, have at it, man. I just believe that I will outsurvive you. I will last you. I will outlast you. You will be long gone. Your whole cabal and the cabal that feeds you and organizes you and runs you will be long gone, and I will still be broadcasting. Okay, and I will tell the story of what it's like to be blacklisted repeatedly by this evil cabal, these child trafficking, money laundering, criminal enterprise that is probably far worse than the mafia can, or they're actually probably part and parcel. They're probably part of the mafia. The mafia is probably another wing of this cartel of criminals that are into child trafficking, adrenochrome production, and the like. Hey, it's really nice to see somebody. Thanks. Thanks, Day Tripper. It's good. Grand evening, peeps. I don't mean to complain. It's too bad that because so many people in the United States are sleepwalking. That's what Sandy Mierecki and President Jim Geiger, president of the Interim Republic. And the Interim Republic will be responsible for positioning the elections. They'll be in charge. They'll be like they'll be the government in charge when GESARA elections are announced. Sandy didn't think it was going to come on July 4th. She feels there's some kind of economic news that's coming. It could be the Clarity Act, could be the announcement, the final announcement that, or the announcement that XRP is running the world right now, and that when this happens, we will all be privy. But in the meantime, it seems that tremendous amounts of money have been confiscated from these criminals. And if you can see on the debt clock, I'm just quoting Sandy, that they've been confiscating oodles of money to give back to us, and that eventually, and probably in the near future, we will all be receiving guaranteed income, and we won't have to waste our times with the nonsense jobs that they're doing. Elon also put out a text today saying that it's absolutely ludicrous to go to college. You can get all your information for free, and it's just a waste of time. So that's interesting. I want to also, this is kind of like the weekend review. I want to go back to the information about J-Rod, that this so-called alien that was shot down or crashed into Kingman, I think it was Kingman, Arizona, which is not far from me, that J-Rod was us 52,000 years in the future. That if things had continued in the same way that they were going with Hillary and all these people, all these criminal things. I mean, now they're finding that the uranium-1 that was sent to uranium-1 was sent to, I think it was supposedly to Russia, and it ended up in the hands of the Iranians. So the Iranian war is also a key activity, a key kinetic warfare event that is happening as we speak. They're bombing it. we are changing our future. It's gonna be a very short video, but I want to just read this article about Jisara Nassara, just to remind everyone where we are heading. Let's see. I think I have to. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, let me go to, let's cancel this. Let's go to this post here. The end game, see below. Okay, I can't do it that way. Let me just try this. Based on the fact that discussions with the Islamic Republic of Iran have been brought to the highest level of Iranian leadership and approved, I have, as President of the United States, canceled and scheduled strikes and bombings against Iran this evening. Well, that's interesting because Trump launched 49 Tomahawks, dismantled Iranian air defenses, seized control of the skies, and then revealed the real signal. So this is a very interesting post. Apocalypse in Iran, huge breaking. Israel just unleashed a devastating barrage of missiles on Iran's massive petrochemical complex, the heart of their war machine and economy. So that's going on as we speak. This is the post that I wanted to draw your attention to. Something big is happening. The paradigm shift, the switches are locked in. When the curtain falls on the scripted movie, the foundation of Nassara Jisara will not be announced as an idealistic utopia, but presented as a fully constructed, indestructible reality of the new economy. And this is important, that we are not coming into an announcement. This is not old school. This is a paradigm shift that is already, in my opinion, taking place. It is just that they're not doing things the way we're used to having things done, which is a big declaration and then things happening. But let's see if we can. Well, I can't. Okay, so let's go back and try this a different way. Let's go back here. Okay. All right, let's read this together. Right. Okay, that I have to go back to here. And let's go here. Okay. All right, let's read this. Decoding the myth. Let me see if can I move this just a little bit. Protocol, the dismantling of the fiat debt monetary system and the global wealth reset. Decrypting the myth. Historical foundation versus cognitive shock absorber. Within the global patriot and truth movement, the concept of Nassara, National Economic Security and Reformation Act, and its global expansion, Jisara, holds the status of an economic holy grail alongside the quantum financial system, the QFS, and the medbeds. While this topic is widely circulated across various alternative channels as utopian fairy tale money or spiritual wishful thinking, a sober intelligence analysis reveals a highly pragmatic, concrete structure behind the scenes. Nassara is not an internet fable, but a factual legislative framework engineered in the 1990s by U.S. economist Dr. John Harvey Bernard to dismantle the unconstitutional corporate structure of the private Federal Reserve and the IRS. The scheduled public proclamation on September 11th, 2001 was sabotaged by the deep state at the final moments through the execution of the kinetic catastrophe in New York City. In the current phase of unconventional warfare, irregular warfare, the utopian narrative within the movement serves as a vital cognitive shock absorber, while the alliance quietly solidifies the tangible legal, regulatory, and logistical tracks required for execution. Unfortunately, I have to go to the next. I have to go through this whole thing again, but that's not a problem. Okay, we can handle it. We'll go to the next page and then back here and then here. There, I know there's an easier way to do this. I haven't quite figured it out, but let's get to the end of this. Physical and regulatory data points. The implementation of NESARA GESARA does not rely on a sudden civilian announcement. This is the key to this whole information stream. Let me read that again, and just let this sink in to those of you who are waiting to be saved. The implementation of NESARA GESARA does not rely on a sudden civilian announcement, but unfolds through the systematic dismantling of the legacy matrix, alongside the simultaneous initialization of next generation system hardware. Okay, let me enlarge this a bit. No, I can't do that. Okay. The physical liquidation of private central banks. The core pillar of the legislation requires the naturalization of the monetary system. The nationalization of the monetary system. Through Trump's ongoing executive orders, the consolidation of the U.S. Treasury with the remnants of the Fed and the controlled bleeding of the sovereign bond market, the Federal Reserve has been rendered functionally paralyzed, as evidenced by the artificial anesthesia of the crude oil and equity markets. The military alliance has long assumed the economic receivership of the old world order. You can see this in Venezuela. You can see this in Iran. It is not business as usual. The deep state has their playbook, and it is being laid to waste. Okay, let me go on here. Oh boy. The physical liquidation of private central bank. Oh, we got that. Okay. Systematic pathfinding, ISO 222 and MBridge. All right, let me see if I can go to here. Okay. An asset-backed financial system requires a fraud-proof technological baseline. The synchronized, comprehensive migration of the global banking sector to the ISO 222 data standard, combined with the operational readiness of the BRICS plus platform MBridge, provides verifiable proof. The infrastructure of the global gold and commodity backing is installed and ready for activation. The military jubilee, debt forgiveness via systematic bankruptcy. The instantaneous wiping out of all debt at the push of a button occurs within the military script via an engineered structural bankruptcy. The collapsing fiat debt system and the astronomical insolvency of the legal state corporations will trigger a freeze of the SWIFT system during the upcoming scare event. When these corrupt institutions collapse, debt and mortgage contracts based on fraudulent fiat currency legally dissolve because the creditors cease to exist. This is the logical consequence of universal martial law. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, let me get to the last page. The debtor, the debt collector, the one you owe the money to ceases to exist. So therefore the debt is nonsense. Okay, strategic integration for the transformation decade. The economic realignment integrates with the 10-year transformational corridor, 2026 to 2036. Derek Johnson's reference to a continuous operation extending through 2028 confirms that while flipping the financial switch occurs compactly, the subsequent dismantling of the corporate bureaucracy and the rollout of global abundance, universal high income, 0 point energy, med beds, constitutes a highly protected logical process. Humanity will not be confronted with an unvetted, overwhelming wealth, but rather organically transitioned out of a debt-based scarcity slavery into a productive, free evolution. So this is not a quick fix, but this is being systematically evolved into reality. Conclusion: Patriots, economic liberation is not a fantasy. It is a mathematical and legal consequence of a masterfully executed operation. The alliance is siphoning trillions in stolen wealth away from the adversary in the shadows and organizing the global transfer. When the curtain falls on the scripted movie, the foundation of Nosara Jasara will not be announced as a idealistic utopia, but presented as the fully constructed, indestructible reality of the new earth. The switches are locked in. Okay, that comes from uh, Guardian Daniel R. I think that's a really important. Can you pass me the charge? Thanks, baby. So Jasara Nasara, and we were talking about this with the representatives, with President James Geiger and Secretary of State of the Republic Sandy Marecki this afternoon, that the economic system, the economic transformation is possibly the keystone to everything that's going on. Hey, Grassroots, so awesome to be here. Yeah, it's awesome for you to be here. Remember, this is a grassroots movement. Even though we're being shadow banned, even though we're denied the ability to make a living, and we're getting around that by promoting these Lifeway products. We hope you'll join us with these products. They are colossal. They are frequency based. They are not substance based. This puts nothing into your body. It reflects your own frequency back into your body. I highly recommend you use it to stay young and to stay vital. I'm building every day. I'm 71 years old. We're building a house out here in the desert and cooking outside and doing all kinds of cool stuff every single day, planting a garden. And if we ever get our hands on some calves that aren't already vaccinated, we will not be giving our calves shots of black leg shot and the boosters that come with them. I think this is absolutely, I'm not really blaming the ranchers, but I'm blaming the whole system continues to conspire against humanity and in denying us the simple, basic things like food that is good for us. I want to read a quick thing about the X2O machine and encourage everyone to try it. It was when David Schmidt was asked why he didn't just invent another patch and why he invented the X2O machine, he said because he wanted light to be infused into the body, not just through the skin, but actually into your body. And the X2O machine, it is structured water, but it has the frequency. It has like six frequencies of light infused and into the water and through frequency. It also hydrates. It also removes all impurities. Will there be the news cycle? Hope all is well. The news cycle just drives me crazy. Yeah, hey, oh, it's Matt. Yeah, I would love some clarification on the data center issue. What are they really for? This is a very good question. I'll do some more research into that, Matt. But I've heard different things. One thing I've heard that is kind of an outlier, but it is the possibility that these data systems may be used to arrest the colossal number of people that are guilty of treason. On other ways of looking at it, from what I've heard, I don't know. They are energy guzzlers. President Trump seems to want them to provide their own energy systems. But the idea of a data system, I think Elon is doing it in space because it's cold up there and they don't have the problems with having to air condition everything. I don't know. It is in line with the idea with what Elon is saying is that that AI will basically be taking over for us all the tasks that we've been busied with all these years, and as a result we will have to find new ways to occupy our time. But yeah, it's a very good question, Matt. You're always on the money. I don't know. I wish I could answer it. I'm just saying what it seems to me. It is outlandish to think of these centers just cropping up everywhere. It doesn't make sense to me. But very little of this does make sense. I don't think we're getting. I don't know how rich or how accurate the information we're getting, but we just have to do. Yeah, the regular information sources are just they're so specific. They don't try to look at the whole picture, and without analyzing the whole picture, like we did yesterday with this J-Rod thing, and the idea that we are creating a new timeline to avoid the disastrous outcome that J-Rod presented when he crashed into the desert near me, probably near Kingman. It would be cool to think that they will be used for med beds. I tend to think they have some nefarious use involving greed, right? Yeah, I don't know. We will certainly find out. I support the communities that are fighting against this. I don't, it's what from what we just read about Yusara Nasara and the taking down of all these corporations. I don't really know where we are in this, but I'm getting the feeling that we are in for a slow rollout of a new world, a new economy, a new government. That this is not a quick fix, and the fact that most people are sleepwalking is probably that this is something that the White House have taken into consideration and are doing what they can to wake folks up. But I don't think it's going to come as a public announcement, as an EBS, anything like that. And Sandy Miarecki supported me today in that belief. She said that we're in for it seems to her that we're in for a slow rollout. We were talking about July 4th, which, by the way, is basically 120 days away from November 4th. So it could be that, you know, in one version of reality, they could announce just our elections on July 4th. I don't see that happening. I don't think that's the way this is going to go down, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope they do announce it. I hope they finally roll out the Clarity Act and let XRP do what it's going to do. I saw, by the way, that somebody was wants to start a class action suit against the SEC for what they did to XRP. You know, I would like to add Coinbase and all these other, you know, to those culpable of destroying, for certainly my future. I had heavy investments in XRP that were scammed because I was frightened by the way Coinbase treated me. I was supposed to get Flare tokens for my assets. I never got that. Some people did. Maybe I didn't register the right way. I don't know, but there was so much nonsense going on. However, if we were going into this like guaranteed, uh, income, maybe it won't matter anyway. Did you notice the EBS colors behind the the claw? I didn't, but I'm not for I've long ago, I'm burnt out on the Chicken Little saying the EBS is coming. It's just like, uh, I don't see it. I don't think that's the way this movie is going to end. I think that's it's kind of been it's kind of a way to get people excited, a way to get people thinking that they don't have to do the work that they have to do. This is not a free ride, in my opinion. And Q said the end is not for everyone. I really, this morning, I wanted to do a show, but I'm going to be doing next Thursday. I'm going to be meeting with two friends, and we'll be talking about more deeply about uh, conspiracy, the depth and the truth behind this conspiracy, just to whet your appetites. One of the men coming next week figured out that the Bible, that the Bible means by Baal. That so juxtaposing that to this whole thing with J Rod, it seems to me that a lot of our biblical truths might be by Baal. These might be creations from the other side. I don't know. I'm reading a bit now about, I'm looking at the Ten Commandments, and they start with Anochi. I don't understand why. And I've been told that that's like the highest name of God's, the highest name of Hashem. Anochi. I don't know. I don't. Anochi, and then it says Havaya Elokecha. So that means I am the God of all. Havaya Elokecha, your God. I am Anoki, the God of all, with the gematria of 26, 2 times 13, echad twice, which means kind of like duality. It could mean duality. And then the gematria of Elokecha. I got this morning, I figured out the gematria was 66. I'm not sure. I'm checking with Gila about that. I asked her what the gematria of your God is. Remember, I am, or Anoki, I am Havaya, the God above nature, and I am your God in nature. That's how the Ten Commandments begins, which is how God transferred the basic information of the world. So I don't know, man. I will say this: next Thursday we will be getting into this, God willing, on a deeper level. My friends had some other things they had to take care of, but we'll be launching into it. 1111 in Kentucky, nice. The EBS, yeah. I'm just not. Oh, behind the claw. I'm not sure what claw means. Are you saying behind here? Yeah, that's my friend James's computer probably. It's we're all like kind of a we're all huddled inside this space. But that's really it. I want to do one more thing. I just want to just review some things about this the light infused water before we go. This is from Dr. Timothy Lowe. Light infused water is coming. This was before it came out. You tried filtered water. You've heard of hydrogen water. You may have flirted with structured water, but get ready for something unlike anything you've ever sipped. Okay. He's talking about the X2O machine. LifeWave X2O, the ultimate healing hydration. This isn't just water. It's light activated, frequency charged, NAD boosting cellular rocket fuel delivered straight to your glass. Here's why this matters. We know now that aging isn't just wrinkles and wear. It's a symptom of cellular fatigue, declining NAD pluses, and systematic slowdown. The X2O machine is here to flip that script. How does it do it? It filters it one. Step one, it filters out the villains, heavy metals, microplastics, forever chemicals. Step two, charges the water with molecular hydrogen for antioxidant power. Step three, infuses the water with a light frequency using patented technology. Result, the water becomes a biogenetic elixir that supercharges the kynurenine pathway. I'm sorry, pronunciation, the holy grail of NAD plus production. Why NAD plus matters? Low NAD is fatigue, brain fog, slower healing, aging faster. High NAD plus vitality, clarity, resilience, longevity. It's that simple. And guess what? The machine helps restore it, all while hydrating you with the most advanced water technology of the decade. And there's more. The X2 machine alters water's geometry, enhancing cellular absorption, metabolic signaling, and even emotional resonance. So what happens when you infuse water with light frequencies and love? You don't just drink water, you drink healing. Okay, so and it goes on. Designed by Dr. David Schmidt, inventor with over 200 patents, built on regenerative science and 20 years of innovation, backed by X39, 200% growth success. And we at the Live Well team are front row witnesses to this revolution. Want early success? Reach out now and join the waitlist to upgrade your H2O to X2O, because water is no longer just about hydration. It's about vitality, longevity, and a long life fully in the light. So I just wanted to share that. I think that's that was a really great summary of the X2O machine. All right, so we had a great week together. I think we learned a lot. I think we're continuing to learn a lot. I'm being shadow banned. I know for sure my numbers are way down, and it's okay. I'm just I over time the information will get out. I'm not worried. I want everyone to just feel great and enjoy your patches, your X2O machine. Enjoy becoming younger, longer, better. So yeah, so that's it. Do you notice the AB behind the club? Not sure. The only way to be safe is stocking physical metals. Yeah, I think so. But I also I believe in XRP to the max, and I believe in the ISO 222 coins. But I appreciate what you're saying, Walter. But I don't think that we're coming into scarcity. I think we're coming into plenty. It's just that it's going to take time. So you'll have plenty of time to stack your metals, probably plenty of time to stack your XRP before it goes to the moon. But it will go to the moon, and it won't really matter because we'll all be guaranteed there'll be no more scarcity. I mean, already it looks like the gas prices are starting to come down a little bit. Anyway, it was a great week. I appreciate all of you coming. I appreciate all of you supporting us and invite you to try this incredible product, this Lifeway product that puts nothing into your body. It's a frequency. It's based on the idea that you are light itself, and that these patches resonate and echo and shine back the light that comes out of your body back into through your skin. But also with the X2O machine, you can take in these light charged frequencies in your body. So everyone should have a great weekend. We take off Friday. We'll be back, God willing, Saturday night, probably with some great stories of adventures that we went through. We continue to build out here. We're slowly but surely moving. We're growing different kinds of plants. James is here helping us. If you really want to get out of the matrix and you feel like you can help us, I would love to have a full-time cook and person who can accumulate, who can be responsible for making sure that we get maximum nutrition up here, organic food, which we're growing ourselves. Soon we'll be adding chickens and probably goats and sheep, but somebody who can organize the kitchen. We're building it. We're not. It's not like a hotel up here. I mean, we're in the desert, so it's somebody who can appreciate kind of like living, camping out in a community that's working together. But we are looking for somebody to organize that aspect of our. I'm like the main chef, and I'd like to be focusing on other things. If you have other skills, if you're good with fencing, we're going to need some fence up here. If you're good with animals, it may be appropriate. But you can, if you come up here and help us, you can, and you get along and you like what we're doing up here, you can live kind of rent free and just work as you like. We all spend a lot of time on the internet. We're not like going back to the days of cave living. We are technology people. And we're constantly doing research up here, so that's part of it. If you're a podcaster, you may want to come up here. But we offer community to those who want to leave the matrix and don't mind living in the Mojave Desert at 4,500 feet. So it's not as hot as like Phoenix or Tucson, but it is hot in the summer. It is usually the nights are cool, but it can get up to about 100 up here during the summer. It doesn't get up to 120 very often, and it doesn't go down much below freezing during the winter. So the days can be quite warm even in the winter. All right, so that's it. So I don't trust platforms. But I don't trust platforms. Okay, that's okay. The only way to be safe is stocking physical metal. Yeah, that could be. But I also believe in I believe in the ISO 222 coins. I believe in buying land. I believe in growing your own food. I mean, it's not, it's not cheap to get started doing that sort of thing. But we're making waves up here. We've really transformed this spot in the middle of the Mojave Desert, miles from the highway, into a growing oasis of unity and living beyond the matrix. So I'm gonna play a tune if I can. I, just the music without the. And up on the front porch, Sunday at dawn, the night was hotter than hell and forever long. I can see the first light breaking through the trees. I feel the changes in the cool breeze of freedom. And it's a new morning. It's a new morning. We never saw it coming, hiding in plain sight. Banksters taking power, stealing our lives. They were looking to bury us in debt, shame and fear. But our roots grew stronger as we reached into the air with freedom. Freedom. And it's a new morning. It's a new morning. With each day we're rising up in this world with the power of love, with the power of peace, the power of joy, the power of truth, and the power of freedom. And it's a new morning. It's a new morning. It's a new morning. It's a new morning. So thank you so much for supporting us, for coming here, for being on the channel. May the force be with you. May you realize that you are the force. May source be with you. May you realize that you are connected directly to source. Just like I said, Havaya, the name of God above nature, is 2 times 13. 13 has the gematria of like oneness, but also of love. That twice as much love, or you and the world, the duality, that it's you are source convinced that you are not source. It's like you have to find your way home. So we'll see you, God willing, Saturday night. We're taking off Friday night, and let's get out there with a big smile on our face and rock the world.